My mother-in-law told me that I would never be good enough to carry her grandchild, so I gave her a jaw-dropping comment before I stormed out and made her cry. I, 22, have a boyfriend, 35, who has always wanted to have children. He struggles with fertility issues. I recently found out that I was pregnant, and we are both ecstatic to have a baby, even though it was unexpected so early on in our relationship. We have been together for nearly 2 years, but my mother-in-law has never really liked me and made snide comments whenever we visited. My boyfriend told me she has always been like this and to brush it off, which I almost always do. His family are Christians and are quite traditional, so they don't like the fact that we are having a child without being married, but me and my boyfriend both agreed to wait until the time is right. As it was recently Easter, we decided to visit his family for the holidays and stay at their house for a week because most of his family would be there and he enjoyed seeing his siblings. When we were eating dinner together, my mother-in-law started making remarks about how she would be a better suited mother to the baby, as she thinks I'm too young and irresponsible. I have a stable job and I split the rent with my boyfriend for our apartment. We are also stable enough to raise a child, so we don't need anyone's help. I brushed off her remark and moved on to a different topic of conversation. After that dinner, she kept on making comments about my weight and how I would never be good enough to carry her grandchild, which really hurt me because my boyfriend didn't even ask her to stop and everyone brushed past them. Today I finally had enough of her comments, as she had said to me that she'd rather me have a miscarriage than ever see me be a mother to her son's child, and I finally snapped. I called her a selfish bitch who needs to keep her nose out of her son's business, as she is obsessed with him and acts like she wants to carry his child herself. I stormed out of their house and walked for a while until I called a cab and went home. My boyfriend didn't stop calling me and messaging me about how I was an asshole to his mother and made her cry, so I ignored the rest of his calls and turned off my phone. After waiting for hours, he came home and started yelling at me for disrespecting his mother in her own home and accusing her of disgusting things. He is demanding that I go and apologize to her, and I am starting to feel like what I said is wrong and that I should apologize, but I really don't want to see her again and I am still angry and upset about what she said. My boyfriend still hasn't returned home after our argument, but I am trying my best to get in contact with him. I have researched shelters near me and realized that our relationship isn't healthy. I will contact a lawyer and try to contact my sister for support. Update 1. My sister answered and we talked about my situation. I apologized to her after a long talk and she agreed to take me in. She will book a ticket on Monday for me to prepare and leave safely. I talked to my boyfriend about the situation because he finally came home a few hours ago and he didn't take it well. As it was extremely late, I realized it was best not to leave. My boyfriend has fallen asleep and early this morning I have made plans to travel to a shelter to discuss options in person.